Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All in one I say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All in one I say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest, man. Shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights. As long as
Hello, Banjos and Banani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. I am Dr. Riel Nkunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to drop in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to gain from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on mental health, maintaining a solid mental health. So in South Carolina, we have Lauren Solentani. And in Portugal, we have Christian Kronberg. And in Atlanta, Georgia, we have Lenita Michelle Blackwell. So at this moment, I'm just going to let our speakers to introduce themselves. You can go ahead, Lauren.
Hello, everybody. Wonderful pronunciation. I always prep people, but I forgot to prep you. I'm Lauren. I'm currently traveling around the U.S. full-time right now. And a little bit more about me. I started my career in corporate America, was there for over a decade as I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I went through my quarter life crisis at 22 in the middle of my college graduation, first panic attack that led to years of chronic anxiety that I felt like my body was really in the way, but it was actually leading the way to my purpose and my mission this lifetime. And I'm so excited to talk to you guys more about that mind-body connection and how your body and all your emotions too, even anxiety, I promise you, are leading your way, your own signature blueprint to your own success.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's an honor to have you, Lauren. Really, I can see that you wear different hats, and I can't wait to hear more of your message. And thank you for being with us.
You're very welcome.
You can go ahead, Christian, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me on here today. My name is Christian. I work with something that's called Human Design, and the road for me to get there is that I've had 4 different companies. I started with a cafe startup in Copenhagen years ago, and within a year, I burned out completely. I worked 80 to 90 hours a week, and I'm not built energetically to do so. And me and my partner, we had to close it down. And after that, taking a mental trainer education got me over a couple of years onto a more spiritual path. And I burned out completely 3 times in my life. So the last time we spoke about this a few days ago, but last time I ended up in the hospital in Stockholm when I lived there. And I had to figure out, how do I get out of these repetitive cycles of burnout? And I tested more than 40, 50 different healing modalities on my road to get there. And my savior basically became Human Design. I started to understand myself from an energetic point of view, and learning this and how to apply it both to myself in my private life, but also in my business, have completely changed things around. So this is what I'm helping people with, and this is what I want to share about today. Thank you.
Oh, wow. It's an honor, really, Christian, to have you, and for you, to be sharing from your actual life experience. I am really, really looking forward to hear more of your message. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for saying yes.
Thank you.
You can go ahead, Lenita, and please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much for having me. I am Very honored to be with such esteemed professionals and wonderful light beings. I am Lanita Mitchell Blackwell, intuitive business coach, speaker, attorney, and best-selling author. I teach people how to live lives full of peace, joy, and fulfillment without compromising the successes they have already won and how to get even more.
Wow, wow, wow. What an inspiration, Lenita. I believe that you are an inspiration just by looking at you. And I'm really looking forward to hear more of your message. And, thank you for saying yes and being with us here. Thank you. Without any further ado, because Lauren, she has other commitment from our show to the next. So we're going to just get started. So we have in South Carolina, we have Lauren Celentani. Lauren Celentani is a somatic success mentor and the host of the Top 2% podcast, Sovereign Self Show. After overcoming crippling anxiety, burnout, and a health crisis, Lauren transformed her life through somatic energy work and spiritual mastery, turning her pain into purpose. Now, with over a decade of coaching experience, she helps light worker women alchemize anxiety into confidence, amplify their magnetism, and create massive impact and income in their purpose-led businesses. Lauren's mission is clear: to end the era of the wounded healer and guide women to embrace their divine power with ease and abundance. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Lauren Celentani.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's weird being on the guest end and hearing that. And I'm going to set my timer now because I can talk all day. So, like I said earlier, everything, your body, your emotions are leading the way. And what we've heard even from our other amazing guests, that burnout is a theme. When you feel so passionate about something or so passionate about providing for your family, that you will push yourself to the brink, because that is what we've been taught, to work hard. And what we're going to be talking through today, whether it is burnout, whether it's anxiety, whether it's a chronic diagnosis or something in your life, like a relationship falling apart, that every single thing is happening for you. And learning the tools of how to listen to your own body, having other techniques is wonderful, but when you can master yourself, when you can master your own emotional well-being, that's when you become the creator of your life. And that's when the manifestations, the success, the dream clients naturally will flow into your reality. So you'll hear me say time and time again, your body's not in the way, it's leading the way. So what does that really mean? So many of us are stuck in our heads. We're trying to overplan. I am a recovering perfectionist, overachiever. I love to plan every single step of the day, of a launch. But what if our bodies already had that answer? When we are stuck in our heads, we are completely focused on a one-minded solution. We are usually focused on fear. We are focused on trying to control the future or worried about the guilt or remorse of the past. So when we can learn to get into our body, so many of us have already know how to do this, whether it's that runner's high, the yoga bliss, you understand what it's like to feel this trance-like state in your body. And when we can get into this state, we are able to connect with our higher selves. We are able to see multiple solutions, opportunities, that inspired action, that inspired idea that we wouldn't have seen otherwise when we are solely focused on this one thing, on this one outcome, on this one fear. And Einstein said a problem cannot be solved by the same level of consciousness that actually created it. So what that means is, before you have to go write that email that you don't want to write, before you go jump on a podcast, before you go make that sales call, take a second and get back into your body, whether it's a walk in nature, whether it is breath work, whether it is somatic practice, yoga, whatever that means to you, you know when you are there. You know what it feels like to be connected to the deep divine wisdom. Because we're not just a human living this life, we are a spiritual, energetic being living a human experience. And when we can remember that our bodies are the most spiritual thing about us, that our connection with God, source, our higher selves is through our bodies, that's when the skies will part. That is when the ideas, the clients will come to you. So actually how to get there. Let's go through some simple steps here that you guys can learn. Simple breath work that actually helped me when I was on the verge of a panic attack. And you can do it during a meeting, you can do it in the car. It's called alternative nostril breathing. So you can do it with your finger, or you can just visualize it. And all you need to do is focus on inhaling up one side, the right side, and exhaling through the left. And you repeat, inhale through the left and exhale through the right. And you continue doing this until you start to feel better. And what this does is it actually balances out the two hemispheres of your brain. It allows you to get out of your head and into your body in this way. And why I'm so passionate about this, everybody's like, okay, yeah, just be present. Well, how do we actually do this? What does this actually mean, especially as an entrepreneur? Well, when you learn to work with your emotions, your triggers that are coming up, you are actually learning to use that energy, because energy cannot be created or destroyed, to create stories that sell. Facts do not sell. Stories sell. And when you are more authentic, when you are more confident about you and your journey and what you do and what you provide and who you are in this world, the more you will naturally attract people into your community. And you don't need to feel like the imposter, and you don't need to copy the next template or the next algorithm hack to grow your business. What's coming up for you, it's not about perfection. Your dream clients want to hear from you, your authentic, messy truth, and how you are handling different now. And what is remarkable about what you're doing now versus before you started this journey. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for somebody who doesn't have it together completely, but someone who knows how to show up and guide themselves through it. So I'm so happy to be able to talk with you guys. I'm actually amazed I've been throwing this together in such a short a period of time here. But when we can actually create from the authenticity, it inspires other people to do the same in our life. And we learn to tell better stories about ourselves. Yes, we are creating in our business and we're getting clients and more sales, but most importantly, you are learning to tell a better story about your life, your accomplishments, and you're going to start to be able to feel and see that momentum more and more and more and more. So I would love to invite you guys, if you want to learn more, I hang out mostly on Instagram, which is my name, at Lauren Chalantani. I have my podcast twice a week, The Sovereign Self Show. And if you guys want a download, a tutorial ebook on that breath work we just did, message me on Instagram, Clarity, and I will send it to you guys for completely free. The Get Calm and Gain Clarity ebook is going to teach you that breath work and how to actually apply that into your life, when to do it, and extra bonus tips on actually how to implement that so you can make massive income and massive impact in the work that you do. Thank you so much, Dr. Riel, for having me on. It's been such an honor to connect with each and every one of you guys. It's been such a pleasure.
Oh, wow. Wow, Lauren, just drop the mic. You've shared with us on how building resilience through mind-body connection looks like. And you've also shared how connecting with our bodies through breath work, movement, and energy practices that can help to regulate our nervous system and reduce stress and also improve our mental health. And it will, because it will enable us to show up confidently in all aspects of our lives. Thank you so much, Lauren, for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. So now we are going all the way to Portugal, where we have Christian Kronberg, who is a human design alignment coach. Christian is a human design specialist and a mental trainer. He helps people to create authentic businesses in alignment with their energetic design by changing habits and behaviors to manifest an empowered life. Christian helps coaches and mentors stand out and shine using their unique human design to position, brand, and market themselves to their ideal niche clients. He looks forward to sharing his knowledge and help you on the path of achieving your desires whilst living in a life in alignment with the purpose of your incarnated soul. So, kings and queens, please join me and welcome Christian Kronberg.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And you are spot on. It's exactly what I do, and I believe by now that my purpose here is to teach the world about human design, to teach other people to learn to live in alignment with their specific energy and their soul's purpose. So when Lauren was speaking before, I was just sitting and nodding because like all of these things that she was also talking about is some of the things that I naturally see in the work that I do as well. If you think of the body that you have and the energetic field that you have around your body, that field is coded in a specific way for you to have a specific experience while you're living your life here on Earth. And the human design system that I work with, that can be quite beneficial, especially when we talk about mental health in several ways. And I will touch upon 3 different areas today. One is self-awareness, because the human design system and implementing the knowledge about it lets people have a greater understanding of their unique energetic traits, both their strengths and their challenges, because we're all here to have a specific experience, and that comes with ups and downs, of course. But this self-awareness can lead to a better emotional regulation and a more clear sense of your identity, why you are here and what your purpose is here, which for many people is quite essential for a mental well-being. We need to have a purpose. And if you start to live out of alignment with your specific energy, you will naturally start to manifest emotions that does not feel good in your body. And if you continue to do so over a longer period of time, you will naturally manifest disease or dis-ease in your body, which is creating overwhelm, stress, anxiety, and even burnout. The second part I want to talk about is relationships and how you improve them, because in human design, we talk about 5 different core types of energies, the energetic fields around our bodies at least. And based on specific combinations of energy, that's where those 5 types come from. And when people understand how their specific type interact and communicate best possibly, they can enhance their relationships. And this can reduce a lot of conflicts and create a much healthier connection between co-workers, between partners, between you and your kids. And that's also very, very crucial for mental health, as I have understood over the years now. I have a little daughter myself, and I have an ex-wife. And we have had much to learn from human design and implementing that information into our communication, especially after not being a couple any longer. So I believe that all of us know to some degree how it feels when we are angry, frustrated, or bitter, or disappointed with someone in our lives, and especially when it's people that are close to us. But even when it's not, it can be a coworker. And if we haven't learned how to handle these situations, they can lie quite heavy on us and demotivate us from getting the things done that we know that we need to. And having tough conversations is often a necessity to be able to move on. And human design helps quite, I would say it helps quite a lot with having a better understanding of another person's energy and being a little bit more, you can see it more from a different angle and be relaxed because it's their energy that's why they are operating the way that they do. That's why they're communicating, maybe being angry or frustrated in the way that they are, because that's sort of an unbalance within their energy, but it's not them specifically as a person. So we can separate the two, and then it's easier to see them a little bit from a higher mind perspective. And so the quality and joy of our relationships, and therefore also our mental health, is quite dependent on how we feel in our, now you mentioned community before, so how we feel in our immediate community and the people that we work with. So when those things are in place, we can actually be at a higher vibration, feel better, and then attract better things to us in our lives. The last thing I want to mention is that basically you can create your own personalized strategy for stress management when you understand human design, because it provides insights into how different people respond to stress and also what coping mechanisms work best for them. So this personalized approach based on their specific energetic design and the energetic field, the energetic energies that you carry with you and around you, when you know them and understand them, it's possible to help people develop effective strategies for how to manage anxiety, stress, for example, more effectively, both in their private lives, but very, very much also so in their businesses, where there can also be a high level of stress, anxiety, and so forth. If we are, as Lauren mentioned before, we are doing something that is not really in alignment with who we really are. So, and as you mentioned earlier, this is basically what I help people with. I help entrepreneurs create authentic, feel-good businesses in alignment with their unique human design. And of course, this is because of my own story, very much to avoid burning out, because there are a lot of people out there that are having businesses, want to create a business, but then they are, in a few months into their business, they're like up until here, in challenges, and then they get close to burnout. So this is what we avoid when we are operating in alignment with our specific energies, and we build a business based on what is correct for us. So I think that was my message I wanted to bring today. Like these three areas, basically your self-awareness, increase in that, relationships, how to relate better to each other, and then personalized strategies for how to manage stress and anxiety, because that's really what, like, the main areas when we have relationships, when we have a business where we're also in relationship with other people. So and if you guys are interested, I made a background today so you can see it's possible to find me. I'm also on Instagram mostly, and it's called Manifest by Design. If you're interested in understanding how to find your own design, you need your birth data, you need your location where you're born, you need your time of birth, and you need your birth date. And those three information will then give you your energetic design. So those that are interested in that, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, and then I will send you more information on that. So yeah, I think that's what I wanna end with. Thank you so much.
Wow, Christian, thank you for really opening our eyes around the human design system. You've shared on self-awareness, and I know you had like quite a few points. I wish we had the whole day so we get to learn more about the human design system. You've mentioned that human design, it helps individuals to gain a deeper understanding of their unique traits, their strengths, as well as their challenges, because this self-awareness, it can lead to better emotional regulation and a clearer sense of like identity, which is so essential for mental well-being. Thank you so much, Christian, for sharing such a profound, much needed message. And I believe that our audience really have been inspired. Thank you. So now we are going, why did I have you, Lenita, as you're in Alabama? I don't know why I got that, but I have you as Alabama. So now we're going to Lenita Michelle Blackwell. Lenita Michelle Blackwell is a speaker and an intuitive business coach who leads her clients to live life on fire for the ultimate successful life with peace, joy, and fulfillment. Lenita has built an award-winning law firm and publishing house is a #1 best-selling author, CPA, and an ordained new thought minister, and also recognized nationally as an outstanding community leader. Based on her latest book, Lenita loves sharing the formula to ultimate successful life with peace, joy, and fulfillment. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Lenita Michelle Blackwell.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I would like to start with a question. What happens when your dreams turn into absolute nightmares? Eleanor Roosevelt has a quote that I absolutely love. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And for most of us, we are raised by communities who absolutely love us and inspire us to chase those dreams with abandon. And I was raised in one of those communities. And it was not until I was well into my adulthood and was diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis and had a series of brutal surgeries that I realized that everything that I had worked so hard for, if I did not turn things around, that those nightmares were going to put me in the ground. I jumped ahead a little bit, so let me go back. So as mentioned, I am an attorney, a CPA. I also have my doctorate in spiritual studies. So I know how to study. I know how to work hard. I used my brilliant mind that my community helped me to develop in order to distinguish myself from my peers. And what wound up happening is that I was taking my self-esteem and intertwining that with my successes. And you know, when something works, you will do it as long as it works. But you'll also do it even after it stops. And I got to the place where I was achieving everything I ever wanted, trying to live this perfect life. I got married, have a beautiful daughter, bought a house, live in the suburbs, started businesses, and did well. But I was not taking care of myself. And so your body will start to give you signs that things are wrong. And if you listen to it in enough time, you can actually reverse the impact and the effects of the stress, of the cortisol, of the running without breathing. But you have to be willing to make some changes. And candidly speaking, I was not willing to do that. I had become what I term an applauseaholic. I had gotten to a place where I would do just about anything to hear people say, "Oh, Lenita, you're just so amazing. I love having you on my team. What would we do without you?" Well, I'm going to go ahead and answer that question. You would find somebody else to do the thing. But when your mental health has been compromised and it has now compromised your emotional and your physical health, well, you forget all about the spiritual part where your parents raised you to know that you're not alone, that there is a divine being that loves you and loved you before you ever were birthed. And you start to believe that without those accolades, without those successes, well, there's just really no reason to get up in the morning. And so when my hair started breaking off, I just wore wigs. They were quite fabulous, by the way. When my nails started to split down the middle, I just wore the most fabulous nails. And when my skin started to break down, I learned to do my makeup better than some of these Instagram ladies, I tell you what. But the one thing that could not be covered up was when my daughter found me passed out from exhaustion in the middle of the floor. She was 6 years old. And I was too tired to get up to put my child to bed. And I am so grateful that she did not have the presence of mind at that moment to know that mommy was so tired she couldn't move. She just thought I was sleepy. And she went to her bed and she got her Disney princess's blanket And she put it over me in one of her little baby pillows, put it on my head, kissed me on the forehead and said, "Good night, Mama." And the only thing that I had strength to do was to say, "Good night, baby." I could not get up to put my child to bed. And that's when I knew that something needed to change. But what many people don't tell you, particularly when you are a high functioning person, is that the road from realizing something needs to change and actually making the change can be a long and arduous one. And it was for me. Because when I finally got myself together after a long weekend of rest, I just went back to what I knew, which was overperforming. And it wasn't until I was diagnosed with stage 4 endometriosis and had the surgeries where they had me sign all these releases telling me that if you don't turn things around, that you will not be around to see your child graduate, that I said I will change. And so the first thing is, and I would encourage you to really take some time to look at your lives and see if this is you, is I got help from a professional. I started working with a performance coach who also has a counseling background. And we went through my life and we made a list of everything that I was involved in, all 7 pages, single spaced. And we eliminated 5 of those pages. And it took time, 2 years. So that's the first thing. Make a list of everything you're involved in. And that also includes your family responsibilities. So if you're a parent, that's not just one role. You are also daycare. You are also transportation. You are also food prep. And all the organizations that are repetitive, remove those. You only need one. The second thing I had to do was to develop a daily practice. Get up, drink some water, hydrate, stretch your body, breathe, deep cleansing breaths, meditate, pray, and affirm yourself before you take the first phone call, before you talk to the first person. So yes, you might have to get up a little earlier, but you can do that. You've done it before. You can do that for you. And then the third thing that I did was I started living an excellent life instead of a perfect one. The perfect one is living up to other people's standards. And we all did it because we went to school, we got good grades. But those things do not define who you are, and they certainly do not define how great you are. And so you have to now define what success looks like to you. So success at this point in my life looks like long walks after a great day, having beautiful conversations with my now senior in high school going to college daughter. And sometimes it's just sitting in silence and basking in the joy of today. So when we're talking about mental health, what it really is a recommitment to self. And so I challenge you to embrace that dream so you don't have any more nightmares.
It's a drop the mic moment. Wow, what a profound message! And really, Lenita, you've learned life the hardest way, and you are here to share with the world that, you know what, just prioritize your self-care. It's not being selfish by prioritizing. Just try to balance work and life and family, because you only have just one body that has to carry you throughout the whole race. Prioritizing your self-care, it allows us, to show up being the best versions of ourselves for our families, our communities, jobs, and our faith-based initiatives. Wow, what a profound, much needed message. And I felt sorry for that 6-year-old who didn't know that mommy's just going through some stuff. Mommy's just going through that. And she felt like, oh, mommy's just, she's just resting. What a profound message. It's high time, kings and queens, we prioritize our health. Thank you so much, Lenita, for sharing such a profound, much needed message around just prioritizing that self-care, because you deserve it. It's not being selfish. Just set the time. If you just want to go and do your meditation, it's okay. Just set the time. If you have to wake up early, just set the time, because you need this body to carry you throughout your whole race. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lenita. So to our audience online, if you happen to have any questions for Lauren, Christian, and Lenita, please drop your questions on our chat box, and then we're going to come back and respond to your questions, because I know, like with myself, I've been really, really inspired by all these amazing speakers. So I believe that our audience are experiencing the same. So drop your questions in the chat box, and then we're going to be able to attend to your questions. So I'm going to be the next and final speaker, because it's not going to be a show without me showing up and showing off. So I'm going to be the next and final speaker. But before I speak, because I can't introduce myself, I'm going to share my bio with you, and then I'll come back and speak. So please do enjoy. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainable. I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumelelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial Nkunene.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Amazing. Because, following after you've shared all the nuggets, really, that one needs really to maintain a solid mental health. I'm like, what else is left? Because Lauren, she mentioned everything on how we can actually build our resilience through mind-body connection. She shared how connecting our bodies through breath work can also help to regulate our nervous system. And then Christian on the other side, he's the master of the human design system, really. He shared on self-awareness. He was like, human design, it helps individuals to gain a deeper understanding of their unique traits, their strengths, as well as their challenges. And then Lenita on the other side, she shared on everything, why you need to balance work, life, and family by prioritizing self-care, because it isn't selfish, because it's going to allow you to show up as the best version of yourself for your family, for your community, for your job, and for your faith-based initiative. So I'm going to say, maintain a solid mental health. If you can please write this down, maintain a solid mental health. Whether you're struggling emotionally or maybe someone who is, educate yourself about mental illness, including substance use disorders. You'll have to know the facts and educate yourself, kings and queens, because knowledge is one of the best ways to combat stigma. So take every given opportunity to get educated, or maybe you can share your own personal struggles with mental illness. Focus on the positive in life. What I'm trying to say with this is that own your life and refuse to allow others to dictate how you view yourself, because mental illness is only part of anyone's bigger picture. So fight stigma by choosing to live an empowered life. You really don't have to see the whole staircase in life to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. So get started by trying by all means to maintain a solid mental health. So maybe if you're that entrepreneur who just wanna multiply your income, or maybe you dream of reshaping the world through your business and envision several extra commas in your bank account, but you find yourself blocked on your journey to success, trust me, I am the answer. Oh, hi, by the way, I'm Dr. Rial Nkunene. I'm not for the timid, but I am the rocket fuel that your business needs to blast past barriers and rise to greater heights. So as your business strategist and optimizer, what I do, I empower motivated professionals to discover their full potential and shift them into growth overdrive. So from owning two diverse companies to having experience as a CEO and guiding Fortune 500 companies to helping multi-million-dollar enterprises, what I believe that I have a distinctive talent for empowering high-achieving coaches, elite startups, and business leaders to become dominant forces in their industries, because I believe that the sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Be the one in charge of your own driver's seat, kings and queens. Be the one. You are the driver here. Be the one in charge of your own driver's seat. You cannot change the fact that maybe you have a mental illness. Remember that emotional health conditions are treatable. So there is no need for you to struggle in silence. Don't let the fear of being labeled with a mental illness prevent you from seeking professional help. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because anytime you spend trying to pretend it doesn't exist, it's only draining you your valuable energy. So speak out against stigma, because a huge part of your recovery is coming to grips with who you are. So don't ever isolate yourself, but instead consider expressing your opinions. Reach out to the people who you trust for their compassion, support, and understanding that you really need. It's a wake-up call, kings and queens. It's a wake-up call to maintain that solid mental health. It's a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please, please, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up? Get going and maintain that solid mental health. Every day, in every possible way, we need to stand up to stigma. More importantly, understanding mental illness, it paves the way for evidence-based therapies and treatment options. We need to understand that a depression is so real. Depression is so real. So often we think of the warning signs being the traditional way, that they're going to isolate themselves, they'll stop showing up to work. But the converse can also be true. How about the ones who are able maybe to smile and carry on a conversation as if life is happy, when in reality they are in the lowest possible spot? They feel like I'm a burden on everyone, and nothing that they are doing is ever going to be good enough. It's hard for them to open up because they are the strong, they've been considered the strongest individuals. It's hard for them to open up to others about depression. Depression is so real. One thing that we'll have to understand, kings and queens, is that you can't give from an empty cup. You can never, ever give from an empty cup. It's high time you fill up your cup first before you go out there and be the one who is strong in the family. Fill up your cup first. And then from the overflow, you're going to be able to share with the world. From the overflow, you're going to be able to help even your children. Fill up your cup first by maintaining that solid mental health with all the nuggets that have been dropped here on this platform by all these amazing speakers. So you might have to ask yourself, what do I really have to do? Maybe if a loved one in the family has hidden depression. So if a loved one appears to have like signs of hidden depression around you, you can try to talk to them. Try to talk with them about their symptoms that you actually see, and then offer a non-judgmental support and advice. It's so crucial that you don't judge them, but just offer that support and advice. And supportive actions, it can include like encouraging them to seek treatment, professional help, or maybe you can even offer yourself like, you know what, I can go with you for your appointments if you really need that friend to lean on. If you need my support, I'm going to be there for you. Or maybe you can plan like enjoyable activities together, whatsoever that they like. Just plan it together and just do it. Exercise together. Or maybe you can also encourage them to socialize with others. Maybe find a support group, but try to be their support system. Because as flight attendants always say that, put on your oxygen mask first before you go out there and assist the children who are sitting next to you, assist the person who's sitting next to you, put on that oxygen mask first. Because trust me, if you don't put on the oxygen mask first, if that flight goes down, you will definitely go down. So it's high time you put on that oxygen mask first by maintaining a solid mental health. Because the reality is your journey to be a better person, it doesn't start with your family, it doesn't start with your spouse, it doesn't start with your children. But your journey to be a better person, it starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So don't ever, ever give up on your heart's desires. You know, just recall this, just in case you can't find your way, that you can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. So I am a firm believer of affirmations. We're going to affirm this together. We're going to affirm this together as if we're taking an oath. We're going to affirm this together by placing our left hand on our chest. If you can just do it with me. And then we're going to raise our right hand. Let's affirm this together, that I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. Can you say it one more time as if you have faith in your own powerful voice? And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. You know what? Just give yourself a round of applause, because yes, you can have the drive within you to become what you really want to be in life. You can have the drive within you to get where you want to be in the next 6 months. The drive is just inside of you. It's not from the outside. That drive is just inside of you. You know, it's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name, but Nompumelelo, really. Nompumelelo in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I'm one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on our professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired actions to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, I've had enough. All these amazing speakers have shared more nuggets on how I can actually maintain a solid mental health. So I should go out there and be the change. But in order for you to go out there and be the change and make a difference, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like a hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. Yes, it's lunch. And it's so funny though, because even with elephants, what they do when they see a lion is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I say lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to be able to maintain a solid mental health. Because I believe that we all rise together, and we rise by lifting each other up. We don't rise by tearing anyone down or maybe stepping over another person to get to the top, but we rise by lifting each other up. We are here to lift each other up to be able to maintain a solid mental health. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I'm going to cut the story short here. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition that says, I rose from, using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird, meaning I became successful again. Really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me, and it also aligns with my destiny. So for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes, like after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice today, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix has to die, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down. Write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your own future. But here's one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But really, I believe that with God has a better plan for every one of us. Your objective is what you are designed for, and the reason why you live today. With God, I believe that we are all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gift and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continued saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me, listening to all these amazing messages, it stirred something within me. And that was when I decided to follow my dreams, which gave me a purpose to see my goals through and understand that I do have everything I need to reach my full potential. So this year, I'm also determined to rise to greater heights with as many motivated individuals who are ready maybe to start, grow, and scale their businesses within 90 days. Yes, it's possible to start and grow that business within 90 days. Perhaps you're that individual who started writing your book, and then you were like, you know what? I don't have time for this. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow, trust me, it never came. So I just wanna offer a free, no obligation 30-minute friendly Zoom consultation call for me, like to kind of find out about the issues that you're experiencing and to see if you're a perfect fit for any of my programs, because really you'll have to be a perfect fit too in order for you to benefit for any of my programs. So if you're that individual who is interested in public speaking, author, becoming a coach, maybe an entrepreneur who just want to multiply your income by doing what you truly love, what you're passionate about, and making a real impact out there, I just want to empower you to become a highly effective and an inspiring leader with a kind of personalized, measurable, but a scalable program. So go on my website at www.risetogreaterheights.com and book that free consultation call with me. And yes, anything I do in business, it comes with a guarantee. For whatsoever reason, you sign up for any of my programs and it doesn't work, 100% money back guaranteed, because my ultimate goal is that you feel extremely confident about your purpose. So we will take it one step at a time, and you are definitely going to transform. So if you give me your why, I will show you the how. How cool is that? So this consultation offers accountability, education, growth, as well as success. Go on my website, Kings and Queens, and book that free consultation call at www.risetogreaterheights.com, because growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight, because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message. I'm still impacting as many lives as much as I can, because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you, love you, love you, love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. So at this moment, please feel free to share with the audience how they can reach out to you, how they can work with you, any freebie that you want to offer. And remember to share your final thoughts on the subject for today, on how you can maintain a solid mental health. So Christian, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. And thank you for all that you just shared. It's just, I'm just sitting here taking it in. Thank you. Anyone basically that have their own business, want to run their own business, and they want to run it in a way where they feel good in their body, either while starting it up, or if they're already running a business where they feel a little bit of stress by now, or maybe even close to burnout. This is when I start to work with clients, because we need to get back to feeling good in our businesses, because else we're not going to continue them. And the program that I do with people is we start with understanding human design, and then we base everything else that they do in their specific businesses back on what kind of energy that they have, so it feels aligned for them. And as you said earlier, like, it takes a little time to get this knowledge really incorporated, like, into your business, into your understanding, into your subconscious, and you are operating in this way. So it does take some time, but you can use this information in your personal life and in your business for the rest of your life. So I always offer, when people write me, for example, on Instagram or on Facebook here, I offer them a free consultation if they already have a business or if they want to start a business up. So that's my free offer to anyone out there that are in that position. And then besides that, I just want to say thank you very much for having me on today.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Christian. Really, I believe that our audience will definitely reach out to you, because we need an accountability partner in life. So go out there, Kings and Queens, and reach out to Christian on all social media platforms, as well as I believe your website is christiankronborg.com, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Yes, and you can also reach out to Christian throughout his website, and you may never know what you're gonna gain from him. So go out there and reach out and speak to Christian. Thank you so much, Christian, for sharing your thought-provoking ideas like on human design, really. And I believe that our audience have been really, really moved and inspired by your message. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can go ahead, Lenita, and please share with the audience.
Thank you so much. So the easiest way to get in contact with me is my website, which is my name, Lynita, Lynita, MitchellBlackwell.com. And from there, we can connect on all social media platforms. My favorites are TikTok and Instagram. I love Facebook too, but those are my faves. And you can join my email list. I have annual retreats that I do to help people to come out of their environment, learn the tools and techniques to reclaim themselves and to go back into the world after reprioritizing their lives. And that is the Prioritize and Empower You retreat. The April retreat is booked, and so I have been convinced to do another one in October, and I'm really excited about that. And that should be opening within the next month or so. I would really love for each and every person to remember to live an excellent life instead of a perfect one. An excellent life is one that is infused with grace for yourself as you set your own standards to what will bring you peace, joy, and fulfillment.
Oh, wow, I love your last words. Strive to live an excellent life, not a perfect life, because we live in an imperfect world. How can we aim for a perfect life? Thank you so much, Lynette and Lenita. And I believe that our audience will reach out to you. Go out there, kings and queens, LynitaMitchellBlackwell.com, and connect with her. And then from there, you're going to be able to connect with Lenita on all social media platforms throughout her website. Thank you so much, Lenita. Thank you so much to both of you amazing speakers. I know Lauren, she had to hop off the call because she had other commitments. But thank you so much to all of our amazing speakers for being with us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network. And I know how busy you are. But for you to spare the 90 minutes to be with us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, we don't take it for granted. We just want to say we are so honored, we are so humbled, and we just want to say thank you to both of you. And to our audience online, let me check. Our audience online, they've been giving us so much love. So I can see our Lawrence Jenny, that's my mama. She's saying, my child. And I can see Billy Crusher, he's saying, rise to greater heights. Or Billy saying, hey, Lenita, thanks for the invite. I can help the drive within to be what I really want in life. Thanking the Creator every day for keeping me here. Billy is really on fire. He's really on fire. I can see all of his amazing messages. And as Fiso, he's saying the sky is no longer the limit, but our point of view. And yes, it's no longer the limit. I can see Benoit with all the love. And Annalie, she's just giving us all the love. Mariah is saying mental health. And I can see Stella Goodwill watching, Princess Sebe also watching and giving us all the love that we really deserve on this platform. Our audience, they've been really, really inspired. So to our viewers online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can always turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. Sia Bonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All he wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All he wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody set the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as